Hey y'all, I'm so happy that you've joined me today because we're going to have a lot of fun making this cake. And it's perfect for Easter. It's just so yummy, and I think that you and your family are just going to love it. And the name of it you're going to get tickled at because every time I say it, I do. It's called How to Catch a Husband Cake. I wasn't sure if it was called How to Catch a Man Cake or How to Catch a Husband. But anyway, it's lots of fun, and a couple of people sent me the recipe and said, you really do need to make this cake. So I did. This is actually the third time I've made it. It's just that good. So, and you blend it together in your in your blender, which makes it a little bit easier. So the ingredients are 2.5 cups of self-rising flour, a half cup of granulated sugar, 3 eggs, 3 tablespoons of butter, a can of evaporated milk, a can of sweetened condensed milk, and 1 cup of coconut milk. So let's try to do half and half, and then we'll put it in our bowl and mix it together. This cake is just so pretty. I'm telling you, it's just, whenever I made it, I knew it was going to be pretty, but I'm going to go ahead and put all of the eggs in there. It's prettier than I thought it could be, actually. I would love to. This is a really big blender. I'm not positive that we can get all of the ingredients in here, but we might give it a shot. Now, one thing I wanted to tell you is to make sure that before you use your evaporated milk, to shake the can really well. And so it says it on the can, but you know, sometimes you remember to do that. I do the same thing, and sometimes I don't. So shake your evaporated milk. And coconut milk is really thick at the top because the fat rises to the top. So you need to really mix that well before you measure out your cup. And the topping to this cake is just as delicious as the cake is. Now, the cake has a lot of liquid in it, and so it has a very unique texture. Now, I'll be honest with you, first 2 times I made it, I just used my mixing bowl and a hand mixer. I didn't use the blender, but I thought I would do that since that's what it said. So let me see. I made one mistake a little bit earlier. Let me see what I do with I put my eggs in already. Okay, now here goes butter. 3 tablespoons of butter. I hope y'all are doing well. See my arms in front of me. This is the closest I could get the blender to me. The butter is really, really soft, so I think we'll be fine. And enjoying this Easter season. The weather's been beautiful, thank goodness. And so we've been busy in a great sort of way. And we're looking forward to Easter. Okay, so I will just put this right here. And I have to add my evaporated milk. Now let's see. So it might be a good idea, y'all, to do it in 2 different batches, so to speak. I thought it would. I gotta find the top to my blender, y'all. What did I do with it? Oh my goodness. Here it is. Hold on. So today's been an interesting day because the first time I added things to my blender, which I really never, this little cute little blender is so nice, but I just don't use it very much. Let's see if this is the way. So it might take me a second. There we go. I added all-purpose flour instead of self-rising. You can't do that. So anyway, let's see. Let's turn on the power. Hey y'all, so we're going to plan B because it says to put all of the ingredients in your blender, which I have my blender here, and it actually has a little suction cup so it doesn't scoot around on your counter. But now it's working. It wouldn't work whenever I tried to work it earlier. I guess it was too far away from the plug. But anyway, we're going to just mix it in the bowl. I have made the cake with mixing it in the bowl, and it's delicious. So what we're going to do is add what our ingredients are: 2.5 cups of flour, a half cup of sugar, a can of evaporated milk, and remember to shake, shake, shake your evaporated milk before you use it. A cup of coconut milk, 3 eggs that are already in the mixer, a half a cup of sugar, and remember to use all-purpose, not all-purpose, self-rising flour. I made that mistake whenever I was first putting all the ingredients together, and I had to go back and redo it because it was just easier. Make sure that it rose properly. Hope y'all are doing well. We are. We're having lots of fun with this warm weather and Easter season. Now I'm going to mix this together for 50 strokes. That's how much it says on, these cake boxes actually to stir it 50 strokes if you do not use a hand mixer or a blender. So I'm going to stir it for about 50 strokes here, and let's see how much it gets blended. This cake, I've laughed a lot because of the title of it is so funny, How to Catch a Husband Cake. But it is yummy, y'all, and it's just beautiful. Whenever you make it, you'll see. And so anyway, I hope y'all make it and enjoy it. While I'm doing our 50 strokes, let me say to everybody, I've made a mess in my kitchen, as you can see. Thank you for following us. Please follow us. Please share these videos and comment on our videos. We appreciate you, and we just love the fact that we have lots of Miss Dana's Kitchen family everywhere, overseas too. And so it's been a blessing. And please order my Dana Dash. Let me get it. This is our Cajun all-purpose seasoning, and it has gotten great reviews from everybody, and we are proud of it. It's in a local grocery store here in Eagleville's supermarket, in Moncure, North Carolina, Ray's supermarket. They both have lots of meats that they make in shop. So fresh. And they're a champion of small business. And in Louisiana, where I'm from, you can find it at the Lebos markets in central Louisiana and the Pecan House, Little Eva's Pecan House in Cloutierville. So I'm really grateful for those people. But you can order it online on our website. So we want you to try some and get some. And if you have a local grocery store near you that you think might carry it, send me a comment about it, and I'll contact them. I really think that I love when people support small business. We're a small business, and it's just fun, isn't it, to have this community of folks supporting each other. So here we go. Now, as you can see, whenever I pour it in, and I have prepared my cake pan with Baker's Joy, and I'm going to pour the batter in the pan. And you can see it is quite liquidy. But that's what the recipe calls for. And whenever I first made it, I thought, it's interesting. Is it going to come out? But it did, and it's just beautiful. It has a texture of, I would say, between a regular cake and a sponge cake. And it's just delicious. So I think it was just fine that we mixed it together by hand. And I'm going to put it in the oven for an hour at 350, and we'll be back and show you how beautiful it is. And I'll show you how to make the topping. Okay, y'all, so now we're going to make the topping to our cake. And it's super easy. You just add a cup of coconut milk to your saucepan. Coconut milk is really so yummy. I have baked with it some, but not tons. But every time I do it, every time I bake with it, I think, I should do this more because it's so yummy. It's good for you, actually. We're going to put 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and we're going to heat it up, and then add 1 cup of sweetened coconut. Now, all we're going to do is just let it come to a boil, which means that the sugar will melt, and then we're going to let it cool. So here we go. I was trying to get this super, I think y'all can see pretty well. I was trying to get this super close so you could see it really well. And I've got my stovetop on kind of medium to medium high to let it come to a boil. You just, like I said, you just want to make sure that the sugar melts. And so it's super easy. And then the way it dresses this cake, y'all, is just beautiful. I mean, and if you wanted to decorate, put more decorations on it for Easter, you could sprinkle some jelly beans or some little sprinkles or just whatever you like. And it would be super festive. So here we go. I think, I know it's making a noise. Let me get my spatula that's not so noisy. I have these. I don't really use them very much, but I like to use them for videos because they're not so noisy. So I figure y'all don't like that. So remember how fun the name of this is, How to Catch a Husband Cake. Or you can just call it Bake It for Someone You Love Cake. And we're letting this get warm, boil, just come to a boil, but do not boil it like for 3 minutes or anything. Just let it come to a boil. Take it off your burner and let it cool a little bit. So here we go. Once again, the ingredients are 1 cup of coconut milk, a cup of shredded coconut, sweetened, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And you can see it's starting to boil, get a little bubbly around the edges. So the sugar's going to melt really nicely, and then it'll be ready to go. So once again, thanks to everybody who's following us and being part of our Mercedes Kitchen family. We appreciate you so much, and are just super grateful for you. It's a lot of fun sharing recipes and stories about our recipes and about I love old recipes, my favorite kind of recipe. So it means that they came from someone that you love that maybe not be with us anymore, but it's a great way to remember them, right? I think so too. Okay. Let me see if it's boiling. Usually if you stir things, it'll keep it from boiling. So we stop stirring it for a minute and see if it's boiling, which it is. So here it is. See if you can see it. Oops, there you go. It's pretty, isn't it? So pretty. So I'm going to just put it to the side and let it cool a little bit, which is what you want to do. And then we'll put it on our cake and we'll show you the result. Stay with us. So let's cut into it and see how beautiful it is. Now, whenever somebody sent it to me and said, you have got to make this cake. And we were just talking about, it's so pretty, it'd be great for Easter. But look at it. Oh my gosh, y'all. It looks a lot like a sponge cake. And it's got cream of coconut in it and condensed milk. Oh my gosh, y'all. I think it's going to be so yummy. I'm just going to take a little bitty piece and taste it. It is wonderful. It's so good. So you know what, all single ladies, here you go. How to Catch a Man Cake. Bon appetit, y'all.